What's up, guys? I'm Alec Robbins. We're out here at Formula Drift, New Jersey. We got the car all tore apart, so we figured it'd be a perfect time to go for a toolbox tour.
Make some noise for Alec Robbins!
So yeah, this box is actually just a Harbor Freight US General box. I wanted to get something a little bit cheaper. That way, you know, we're out here, we're out in the elements, in the rain and dust and dirt and everything. So I didn't want to get something super expensive that we could bring out here and ruin. So we've got this box. We got some big casters on it so we can tow it around the pits and go in all the, you know, off-road areas where we grid and work on the car. So we can go into the first drawer here. We'll dig into it. This drawer, typically we have all of our power tools up here. We keep a bunch of D-Wall power tools, our torque wrenches. So yeah, we'll keep everything up here, you know, that we're gonna grab really quick for swapping out wheels, doing tire changes, and just on-grid, quick and easy stuff. And then from there, we have all of our sockets. We keep these right on top so that they're, you know, the first drawer, they're nice and easy to get to. We always know where they are. We got a couple of them are scattered about the pit right now, but below that, we keep all of our wrenches. Nothing too exciting there. Then this drawer is kind of our pliers, hammers, picks, scrapers, kind of all the random stuff that doesn't really need its own drawer specifically. We kind of just pile it all in there. The next drawer, this is kind of where we keep most of our alignment stuff. So we have our toe plates. These are used a lot at the track. You put one of those on each side of the wheel and you can measure to see if you're towed in or towed out, which can affect the handling of the car a lot. We also keep, you know, some of our Wisefab. We've got different Ackerman settings that we use here, some spare parts for the Wisefab. We actually have, this is out, we were actually using it just now. We have our Camber caster gauge, so we can set the alignment on the front of the car. That's just a digital gauge. You just stick it right on the brake rotor and you can digitally see, you know, what our camber is and stuff like that. Right now we're at just under 5 in the front. I think 4.5 camber up front, and then in the rear we actually run slightly positive. Yep. So yeah, so you run slightly positive in the rear because as the suspension swaps down, the tires will camber gain, so they'll gain more camber, which is tilting in, and that'll actually flatten the contact patch out. So you start a little positive, and then as you get on throttle, it flattens out, and then you got all the grip. So next drawer. This is kind of where we keep all of our heavy stuff. We actually have some spare control arms for the rear. We keep all of our, you know, wheel spacers. This is a box with all of our quick change gears. So that's got all the gears that we can throw in the rear of the car. We can actually change the final drive of the differential right on the fly. You know, it only takes like 5-10 minutes to throw those in. This weekend, I believe we've got a 499 in there. So most of the track we're running right around 107 mile an hour wheel speed. Yep. So, and then some of the other stuff is like spare brake lines, plug wires. Those are some old spark plugs. I've got a box of just random AN fittings and connections and things. You never know what you're going to break out here. So we just keep a random box full of whatever we might need. Then over here, we'll start up top. This is kind of just like our junk drawer. We throw all of our zip ties in there. Flashlight. We have some. We've got a whiteboard in the trailer that we write on all the time, keep notes and remember all of the spare parts we might need for next round and things like that. So at home, generally, we aren't going to have any of these bottom drawers. A lot of the, you know, the spare control arms and things like that, we just keep in the trailer. It doesn't need to be at home because we're never breaking stuff at home typically. Yeah, a lot of the spare parts you just don't need. A lot of the specialty tools, I can jump right into the bottom drawer here and we can work our way up. But in here we keep all of our specialty tools. So we've got like pullers and we've got a tap and die set, drill bits, some extractors, power steering pulley, pullers and things like that. And we just keep them in here to keep it organized so that they're not, you know, we don't have a bunch of stuff laying out in the trailer and stuff like that. Moving up from there, this is kind of our electrical drawer. We've got our voltmeter, all the spare electrical tools, solder, connection, wiring connections and things like that that we might need. These cars, they shake a lot. They're all solid mounted, so you always get vibrations and things come loose every now and again. So you gotta have that. We always making little adjustments and fixes here and there. So this is the screwdriver drawer. Pretty self-explanatory. And then last drawer up here, this is kind of our spare engine parts we keep in here. We've got some, transmission seals. These are actually our spare pulleys for the supercharger. If we want to go up or down in boost or adjust engine power or anything like that, we can just swap these pulleys out. We've got a little box of spare engine sensors. So these are like our idle air control. We've got some pressure sensors and some temp sensors, things like that. Anything that might go bad on the car, we usually keep 2 of them. So spark plugs, boxes of spark plugs. And then we're back to the junk drawer. This toolbox is always mobile. We're always moving around the pits. We're going to different tracks and different locations, bringing it up to different grids. Every track's different. They're not always the best pavement and things. So we can pop this off and hook it to the back of our truck, and we can tow it around. That way, if we've got our pit space here and our grid's way over there, we can hook that up, tow it over there. We don't have to take a bunch of tools out and try and pack them away and bring them over. That way, we just bring the whole box and everything's with us. So if we have any kind of repairs out on grid, we've got the box and we're ready to go. So yeah, we'll start out. We've got obviously the KONIG countergrams. We're running a 18 by 10.5 in the rear with a 305/35 tire. Then up front, we got a little narrower. We're on an 18 by 9.5. We got the V profile out back and the A up front. Get it a little more concave in the back, give it a wider stance. But yeah, new on the car this year. Other than the look of it, there's not a whole lot. We updated the look. We always like to do a new crazy wrap every year, make it stand out, have fun with it. And then, but yeah, our goal this year was really to work on our consistency, to go out there and be able to nail out, the same run over and over again. So we kept the car the same. We did a couple of suspension updates and things like that just to help with that consistency. And this year we're just, we're looking to go out there, make consistent runs, and qualify as best we can. We had the one really good qualifier last year. We're hoping for a couple more of those, and we'll see where it takes us. All right, guys, thanks a lot. This was a Toolbox tour with KONIG wheels. My name's Alec Robbins. If you want to hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you can find us at Alec Robbins Racing, and we'll see you next time.